Okay. I can't see the chat, but maybe you need to start typing when you get in there.
Okay. I'm also not in your live yet. I don't think you're live.
It has like the ticker like time on, but
okay. Let me refresh my page.
All right. Yay. Well, for anyone that's watching the replay, this is going live doing quantum energy healing sessions. And these are going to be, the first one is going to be free, and then the next ones are going to be $44, and they're 20 minutes, and it's like a rapid fire moving through. It needs to be shifted and healed. Okay. Are you able to chat, Liz?
Let me see.
Or you can just tell me what you want to work on.
Let me see. Let me try live chat. I can't. But let's move.
Oh, I see it now. Hi. Yay, happy to, you're not here, Lois, it's somebody else. Hey, welcome in. I'm doing quantum energy healings. We have the first one scheduled. If you'd like to get in line, or if you're new here, you can see what it is. Page not shown. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here now. Yeah, it was weird. I was experiencing some technical issues that I wasn't understanding. So, happy you're here. I am. Liz, what do you want to work on?
I want to work on like resistance around expansion.
Resistance around expansion. Okay, so I have my first person in. Wait, are you Ruth? Because if that's Ruth, yours is also on the docket. Okay. I don't know if you're Ruth. I am. I don't think so. Anyways, if you want to do a quantum energy healing session, let me know. Type it in the comments. These are 20 minutes. They're short but fast. So, for Liz, she's my moderator and best friend. Calling in her highest self, my divine team, Liz's divine team. And thank you for leading, guiding, and showing what needs to be shifted easily and effortlessly. So resistance around expansion. And so I feel heaviness in my body, meaning that yes, there is something blocking that. So is this on a level of God, source, God, self, other? I get it everywhere. And it feels really overwhelming. So let's just work with that overwhelm, needing to figure it out is what I'm hearing. Release, forgive, forget. Resistance around expansion, fear in the cells, but this feels like it's on level of self, ancestral, collective. So we want to illuminate all levels of self, collective, and ancestral in the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, and spiritual, physical. Transmuting, releasing, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Okay. Resistance around expansion. All right, so it's shifting, but there's still more there. God, self, other. It's still a bit on all of them. So God. There's this like irritation, frustration, and so normal for all of us. We're kind of like, wow, what are we doing here? But that externalized God source spirit, and the shift is like that God source spirit power is within you, and when you embody that fully, it's like commanding the quantum field to you. So with that resistance, it's like the fear of embodying that power and being more in a state of like programmed victim consciousness. And when I say that, I get a big drop, but I get it's mostly collective, ancestral, other parallel lifetimes, past lifetimes, future lifetimes of that hook energy. So we want to release this frustration, irritation with God, feeling like a victim, transmute with the violet flame, forgive, forget. Okay, resistance around expansion, God, self, other. I get a level of self now, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. I get psychological and psychic. I'm hearing overguarding, overprotecting, overthinking it. And it feels like this, like wavering in the heart. But like the mind, I'm seeing the mind like reaching down and controlling the heart. And like the psychic perceptions of others influencing how, you know, on a very subconscious level, that resistance around expansion, like what's the judgment going to be from others. So we want to release any resistance, distortion in the psychology, in the psychic, of overguarding, overanalyzing, overprotecting from collective or outside sources, judgment, projections. And I just heard with that judgment, it's like the judgment is hooking in because it's this internalized judgment. Are there cellular memories? I get cellular memories of judgment in the womb, starting in the womb. So with mother judging herself very critically. And so that energetic loop just being absorbed into the system. So release, forgive, forget, transmute with the violet flame from the cells. Okay, now on the mother's ancestral line, we want to release this overcritical judgment. Release, forgive, forget. Like, and I'm hearing, I just got a flash that it was, you know, the ancestral line developed that judgment as a defense mechanism to, I'm going to judge myself first because I know that they're all doing it. And then if I do it first, then it's like the level of protection. I'm going to keep myself safe here. So I want to clear those memories, beliefs, thanking the ancestors. We don't need to hold that anymore. Clearing that from the cells. Forgive, forget, release. Clearing that imprinting in the DNA. Okay, I feel a lot shifting, but I feel some nausea in the stomach. So it's just fear of that expansion, fear of stepping into your power. Like that's a new level of, it's like hard to find the words. So it's like this has been stifled because of that fear of like, whoa, what does that mean? What do I do then? So this fear of stepping into power, fear of the unknown, God, self, other. I get collective fears of being in your power, spells, black magic, curses, hexes from the distorted light matrix on humanity as a whole. Hooking in here to the solar plexus, like distorting your power, distorting your embodiment of that release. Transmute with the violet flame. Illuminate with Christ-like consciousness. I'm getting really hot. I just heard entity also. Okay, so there's entity here. Is this from this lifetime? Past lifetimes? I get past lifetimes of, okay, being hunted. I saw like a murder of, because of you. What was it? Resistance around expansion. So in this lifetime, you expanded into your full power, but you were hunted, murdered, and it was, I'm hearing brutal. I'm not getting any images, just brutality. And entities attached in that and are present now, like anchoring in that fear. And it's also a soul memory. So we want to call forward the soul contract agreements of this lifetime. I feel a little dizzy. I want to dissolve these soul contracts, burn, release, forgive, forget, transmute with the violet flame. Calling all fractured, fragmented parts of the self back. Banishing these entities, attaching and anchoring in this fear and resistance to your expansion. Okay, so now the entities that are in this current lifetime connected to this past lifetime, we want to call forward all soul contract agreements, dissolve, release, burn, cut the cords, releasing this, like I just heard, you're not good enough. So it's like the thought patterns that are like holding you in that resistance from the entities, and clearing, banishing, illuminating Christ-like consciousness. Lovingly releasing, right? We sign up to work with these entities to overcome that resistance inertia in this now moment. It's time for it to end. So looking at it all with compassion. Nice. I feel a lot shifting. Okay, any residual energy in the heart? Like what I'm getting right now is that, so you've had these entities with you from this past lifetime, and this is, your system knows this. Like it's something that you've had for your whole lifetime now. So there's this fear in the ego mind that's like, well, but what do you mean? Like that's a very comfortable, cushy place to be in, this self-doubt that the entity's anchored in. So we want to bring awareness to this in the conscious, subconscious, subterranean, illuminating all distortion with Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Moving the violet flame through the system on all levels of the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, and physical, on all levels of this timeline, all memories in this timeline, experiences, all past lifetimes, all parallel lifetimes, all future lifetimes, all spaces in between. Okay, I'm going to recheck now that resistance around expansion. There's just a little bit in the heart. God, self, other, the level of self, mental. It's the mind wanting to control. So loosening that grip of control in the mind. Release. Forgive, forget. I just got a flash of your inner child. Like that was part of the control mechanism for the inner child. So we want, like, in these moments, I'm getting an image to just have you hold your inner child in your hands, take their hands, look them in the face, hold their face, whatever feels called to you in this moment. and tell them that they can release this pattern of control in the mind as a response to not feeling safe in expansion and growth and resisting that, and tell them that you are now in the driver's seat, embodied as your highest divine self, leading and guiding them and protecting them. Okay, just like sadness, emotions purging from the heart on a quantum level of where the inner child has abandoned the self. Release, forgive, forget. Okay, resistance around expansion. Yay, that feels a lot lighter. Where are we at on time? Hi everybody. 16 minutes. How are you feeling? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think I'm troubleshooting some problems, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
With tech, not people.
Okay. Hi everybody. Hi Alice Marie. Oh, thank you, Ellen. So nice to see you, all of you. Thanks for being here. So this is quantum energy healing sessions. An example, I'm doing live sessions. So if anybody would like to do one, you're welcome. Hi, Lisa. So I am charging $44. So if you guys want to do that, cool. I don't know. Is anybody interested? Maybe you guys could tap into that for yourselves, which I think I'm doing a group live quantum energy healing session, and yeah, you're welcome. Liz, you changed your name?
I figured it out, yeah.
Yes. Add as moderator. Okay. Managing moderator. She's a manager, Liz Bliss. I just sent you an email. Okay, so actually, Liz, do you mind posting in where they can send payment? So you can do Jodi Teresa for Venmo. There's also Jodi Teresa for Cash App, and for I Am. You know what? I Am. If you want to do it, wait, I forget your name. You're up at the top here. Alice Marie. I can just send you an invoice afterwards if that works. That would be a trust basis, but I think we can. What do you want to work on? I Am. Let me see if I can pull up this weekly. So I'll send you a PayPal link if that works for you. Just tell me yes, no if that works, and then we can get started. Let me know, type it. Okay, perfect. So it's just JODITER. Let me see, can I write in here?
I can also.
Oh yeah, can you just do Jodi Teresa for Venmo?
Let me see if I have, because I have your Venmo somewhere.
Oh, okay. So my moderator is going to put it in. But let me know what you want to work on. And I'm so happy you're here to do it. I love doing this. It's fun for me. So if you're new here, like I can feel where the energy's stuck. And then as, I get channeled information as to where to go, I check where to go, and then it just moves from there organically. And I don't know, it's really, really powerful. Trust fall. You want to work on the trust fall? Like that's the energy, like kind of trust falling into life, trust falling into what's next for you. That's beautiful. Let me just say, like, so, okay, your name is Anne-Marie, Alice Marie. Okay. Amazing, Ellen. So if you feel called to do the group quantum energy healing session, the link is in the bio from one of my most recent videos. It's going to be $33 on Thursday at noon. I'm really excited. We're going to work on releasing fear as a group. And yeah. Okay. So, trust fall. Alice Marie. If there's anything else, please write it in so I can get a little, like, further clarity. I'm just going to write it down, though. Alice Marie, trust fall. Okay, so calling in Alice Marie's highest self, your divine team. Okay, trust fall. Okay, it makes sense because there's a lot of resistance around that, like fear of doing it, fear of doing the thing. Okay, is this trust fall an issue of God, self, other, self? Immediately I heard control, like fear of releasing control. Okay, so mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical, it's all levels, which is normal when it's something that feels very resistant or stuck. So we're going to release the resistance to trust fall, moving into the next step and releasing control in the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, and physical. Okay, I got cellular memories from this lifetime. Where did these cellular memories around control start in the womb? I get yes in the womb. Is this your mother's energy of control? Yes. Did this also have to do with your father? Yes. Did they control one another? Yes. It feels incredibly debilitating, like in my system. So we want to clear this trauma and this learned control as a safety mechanism from the cellular memories that you absorbed energetically from mother, father. I just heard you were very psychically open and just like, you're like, this is how I survive. So this is what I do. So we're going to release, transmute with the violet flame, illuminate all distortion in the physical body, cellular memories. Okay, cellular memories with mother. I feel really nauseous. Is this still connected to cellular memories? Yes. In the womb, 0 to 3. Okay, 0 to 3. And I just got the flash of like you as a baby even controlling your crying, because you could tell that it like made your mom, dad, caregivers, whoever were your caregivers, upset. So like this stifling of yourself, and that makes sense with this control and the trust fall, because like communicating your needs as a baby is crying, and if you don't feel like you can trust that you're going to be well received, you stifled that. So we're gonna illuminate this trauma pattern, resistance, control on a cellular level. Transmute with the violet flame, clearing the CPTSD from the nervous system. Okay, we want to clear the control on the mother's ancestral line, father's ancestral line, the trauma, CPTSD there, defense mechanism. Illuminating the imprinting energetically on the cells, DNA. Okay. Okay, I just heard controlling your personal power, your exertion of your will, like really just stifling it. It feels like I'm gonna throw up, but in the solar plexus, so like so much stuffed down. I'm going to, is this on a God, self, other? It's just a level of self, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. So clearing all levels of the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, and physical. Controlling personal power, allowing it to flow. Releasing this resistance. I just heard entities. Are there entities here? Yes. Are they from this lifetime, past lifetimes? This lifetime, when you were a baby there, that like stifling of like such contraction is just like a darker, heavier energy, but it allows the entities to create the soul contracts there, which, you know, we all sign up for these experiences just to shift and release them. And in this now moment, you're ready to shift and release them. So just sharing that so there's not fear around it. It's really like they're anchoring in this energy for your development and growth on this human journey. So I'm going to call forward all of the entity contracts, agreements that are controlling personal power, causing a stifling. Whoa, I just got the weirdest sensation. Okay, commanding these entities to leave. Dissolving, burning all soul contracts with all entities anchoring in controlling of personal power out of fear. Release, forgive, forget. I have like a stabbing sensation in my solar plexus that I've honestly never felt before in a session. I'm gonna command this to leave right now. Illuminating this distortion, hook, taking of power with Christ-like consciousness. Transmuting with the violet flame. I'm hearing quantum entanglement. So these entities being, I have like some tears coming up too. So just emotions around that. Quantum entanglement in this lifetime with these entities. Do I need to check how many entities? Okay, more than 100, more than 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, it's lighter at 15, so 1,450, 60, 70. Gets lighter at 70, 61, 2, 3, 4, lighter at 5. So 1,600, or what did I say? 45? I forget what I just said.
You said it got lighter at 70.
70, 64,
60, yeah.
1,000. Okay. All entities calling for the soul contract agreement of all. Dissolving, releasing, burning, cutting the cords. Releasing these soul contract agreements with these entities. I feel it in the solar plexus from this lifetime, past lifetimes, all parallel lifetimes, all future lifetimes, all spaces in between, any connections on the ancestral line, mother, father, spells, hexes, curses, black magic. I'm hearing like others trying to control you also. So it's like as within, so without. Any spells, curses, hexes, black magic from the quantum field of this distorted light matrix. What the fuck? I'm gonna check in with you. Are you still here? I am. Okay. Okay, these 1,764 entities. All right, I feel like a little bit of residual energy in the system. Washing the violet flame through the system for Alice Marie. Removing it, distortions of fear of being in personal power, controlling your personal power. Release, forgive, forget. Commanding any and all entities to leave, anchoring in sovereignty, power, control. Okay, what is this? It feels like very, I don't know if you feel this, Alice Marie, sometimes other people, clients feel it as well. So are you feeling any sensations? Let me know. But it feels like this crazy like stabbing here. Is this a past lifetime? I just flashed in my head. So past lifetime of being stabbed because of being in your personal power. And I just heard vow, contract, agreement of not vowing to yourself that you'll never be in your power again because it was this like brutal of a control of you. So you were like, well, I'm going to control myself on a soul level. And then that's where some of these entities entered into. We want to cut the cord to this past lifetime, illuminate with Christ-like consciousness, transmute with the violet flame, dissolve the soul contract agreement, these vows. I'm hearing encouraging the soul to become the detached observer. Because if you hold on to this need for control, you're not going to be able to fly, right? You're going to control and stifle the energy, the power that wants to naturally express. So releasing that need for control, power on an oversoul level. Okay, application of corrections from this past lifetime to parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, present lifetime, all spaces in between. Transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating with Christ-like consciousness. Okay, controlling your power. There's still something here. God, self, other. It's other, mother, father. Anyone else? Siblings? Do you have siblings? I get mother, father, and I'm just going to say family members because that has resistance. So let's include all family members that aim to control you. It's like their energy hooking in. So we want to release these energetic hooks. It's a psychic level, a mental, emotional. When their energies come in and go out, release, forgive, forget. I get your energy to them as like this kind of expecting that pattern, that energetic taking. We want to release that for you, unhooking from their energies. Okay. Controlling your power. Yay, lots lifting. Control. Trust fall. Trust fall. When I said trust fall, it feels a little scary. It was like, whoa, like I went on a roller coaster in my heart for a second. Release. Releasing fear. Forgive, forget. Becoming the detached observer of all of these emotions coming up. It's like, okay. The only way out is through. I'm moving through these. It's okay. So not controlling the emotions is what I'm hearing. Just let yourself move through them. I'm like a lot of heat moving through my body. So like, I'm just getting that it's all of these emotions and like trapping, controlling yourself. Like a lot is moving energetically. So however you feel called, like somatic shaking to help get it out, take a bath, go on a walk, whatever sounds good to you, feels good. Yay. Perfect. How are you doing there, Alice Murray? Liz, I can send you the PayPal link. I have one. Okay. Does someone else want to go?
I think she already found it. We were talking. I was trying to help her get your Venmo, and your Venmo like wasn't available.
Okay.
But also during that one, for Anne Marie, I was getting like so much tingling on my head and shoulders. It was fucking crazy.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So hi.
Yeah. Hi, psychic babies. Alice, how was that? Nausea but lighter. Okay, so the nausea, let's just help clear that. Thank you for telling me. Releasing nausea. Let's do, I'm hearing detox, detoxing toxicity, chemicals, neurotoxins, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides. I'm getting fear living in the actual stomach. Also, psychic energy in, out. Like you're just absorbing a lot of psychic energy always. So we want that psychic energy to come in and go out, flowing easily, effortlessly, in and out. So it's not getting stuck and overwhelming your system. I'm hearing to have like you check in and ask yourself, is this my energy? Because when we are psychically open, you're getting a lot of other people's energy. So asking and like ask yourself, your highest self, show me my yes, show me my no. And when you get that base point of what's your yes, what's your no, then you can ask, is this my energy that I'm feeling right now? And if it's not, asking your divine spirit team to help you release it, and a giant breath, a bath, absolutely will help you release it. Literally, whatever you feel called to, it is intention that helps you do it. Like this is a quantum field of magic, and what you feel called to do is right for you. Yay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thank you, Liz, for moderating. Okay, so who's next? Ellen? Do you know who's next?
Ellen, I believe, sent you money.
Okay.
Via PayPal.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
But I don't know where she is.
Is she here?
I don't know.
Ellen, are you here? Right, you can't like see who's in here. Okay, Oh, you're so welcome, Alice Marie. Thank you. Thanks for being here. It takes both of us, so I appreciate you. For anybody else in here, we're doing quantum energy healing sessions, personal ones right now. They're $44 if you'd like to get on the list. I'm probably gonna do this one and maybe one more. And then I'm doing a group quantum energy healing session on Thursday, this Thursday the 18th at 12 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you feel called to do that, I should have put the link here, but it's in, if you go to my YouTube channel, it'll be in the bio of the first video. Okay. Ellen, are you here? Let me know what you want to work on. I mean, I can just do a general clearing for you, but if there was something that was up for you, I'd like to honor that. I'm gonna check my PayPal real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody else interested? If not, I'm okay with signing off at this time.
I would say just like give it 30 seconds and then.
Yeah. So if anybody would like a healing right now, let me know. If you just want to share something in the comments, do that too. Yeah. I guess I can share a little bit about how I found this. I kind of was stuck for so long and had done so many different spiritual practices, blah, blah, blah. And like, really for me, it was paycheck to paycheck, like poverty. And Ellen, you're back. Yay. Okay.
And tell her we didn't can you tell me again what your Venmo exact code is?
JODITERESA. Hi, Ellen.
Any caps?
I don't know, capital J.
Okay.
Ellen, let me know what you want to work on, and then I just want to finish sharing my little blurb real quick. But I found my teacher. I had been in the space of I had done part of my master's for transpersonal psychology to become a therapist. Then I studied Ayurveda. Then I studied coaching and neurolinguistic programming, and everything didn't feel quite right. And then I was like, what am I supposed to do? God, source, spirit, what's going on? Why is nothing working out? And of course, it's all worked out, right? And got me to where I am now. But I then was led to my teacher and started to learn. First of all, I just got a session with her and I could feel the energy shifting. And I was like, what are you doing? And she started to explain it to me and teach me and took me on as an apprenticeship, which was my dream, to have an apprenticeship. And then here we are. And it's just shifted so much for me with blocks that felt so deep, and understanding why, because the quantum field, it was past lives, ancestral trauma from this lifetime. So I'm really passionate about it. I love it. I also channel Mary Magdalene, if you guys are new here, and have been called to share my story on my YouTube channel. And I'm excited about it all, because the next step is group healings. And if you feel called to join that, yeah, please do. Okay, Ellen, please let me know what you want to work on. Trust in me and others, entering in my heart, clearing my space, get into my flow, and lightheartedness. Okay, I'm gonna write those down.
I feel like it's not the correct PayPal. And I don't have your PayPal open.
Oh, she sent it, you think?
I would say double check.
Okay.
And then
Ellen, I'm gonna check real quick on the PayPal. Hold on.
got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Hi, Old Gray Wolf. Okay, Ellen. Liz, I just sent her my moderator the PayPal link, and it just like you click on it and pay it. It's $44, so it's like a little mini invoice. Okay, let's get started. So, Ellen, trust me and others. And then entering in my heart, clearing my space. Heart, clearing space. And get into my flow and lightheartedness. Flow, lightheartedness. All right. Okay, so Ellen, calling in. First of all, I want to make sure that I disconnect from Alice Marie. Okay. Ellen, calling in your highest self, your divine team. Thank you for surrounding us in a golden white light of protection. Thank you for leading and guiding and showing what needs to be cleared easily and effortlessly and with power. So Ellen, trust. Okay, I'm just gonna start there. Trust feels heavy. God, self, others. Self and others, makes sense. Let's start on a level of self. No, I'm hearing to start with others. So did this trust, I'm getting also like cellular memories immediately in the womb. Okay. Similar thing to the last one, is started in the womb, but is this your mother's mistrust? No, I get it. You didn't trust your mother. Like it didn't feel safe. Was it your father? You didn't feel safe or trust that energy, what you were feeling with them, their dynamic. So we want to, can I get a flash or information about what this is? It just also feels debilitating. Like, okay, I just got a flash of like, you are a very light, bright, psychically gifted person, and you came into this family system to anchor that light, but these people aren't necessarily like in that world, and you came in to anchor it into this lineage. I just heard that there were others in your lineage that did that as well, but okay, and I just heard like this in your mother, father, there was like a dampening contraction of that light where it was like, what's the word? The story of like the villain, you know, that's like where they repress a part of themselves so deeply. Not saying that your parents are villains, but they've repressed this part of themselves so deeply. So when you were in the womb, you could feel that. And so this, what I'm getting is you didn't trust yourself to be that light in with these relationships. And that really like stifling your ability to be yourself and be in that lighthearted, honest truth of your heart. So we want to clear this distrust of mother, father from the womb. Release. Transmute with the violet flame. Illuminate with Christ-like consciousness. Clearing all trauma, CPTSD, trauma from the cells, the nervous system. Seeing the nervous system like rewiring. And like I just saw this image of like shaking off like the trauma hardened the nervous system into like a fight flight response, fight flight freeze response, where like that trust has really been like I can't do that, although you're in this place where you know that That's what you're being called to do, is trust the process, trust yourself. Clearing this trauma from the nervous system, illuminating all trauma and distortion in the nervous system with Christ-like consciousness, just transmuting with the violet flame. Trusting self, trusting others. Okay, trusting others. There's this like, I can't trust others because that's not safe, and I have to keep myself safe. Is this from current lifetime, past lifetimes? Is there a specific past lifetime that's like anchoring this in? I feel like such a state of freeze in my entire body. So in this lifetime, there was this like freeze response to trauma and abuse. Is it with, I'm hearing like a partner and a family dynamic. So like you had it in your family dynamic, and then you went out and married someone that had this similar energy of very abusive when you were, I don't know, it's hard to even find the words. I feel very frozen. So I want to release this fear of trusting others because of this past lifetime. Trauma, abuse, gaslighting, calling forward the soul contract agreements of this past lifetime. Dissolve, burn, release, forgive, forget. Cutting the cords, transmuting with the violet flame. We don't want this energy hooking in the now, so removing any residual hooks, energies hooking into the now. Release, forgive, forget, transmute on all levels: mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. Application of corrections to parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, all spaces in between, all trauma on the ancestral line of the mother, father, held in the cells, energetically, and in the DNA. Okay. Trust. Yay, a lot shifted there. I still feel a little bit in the heart. God, self, other. It's a level of self. I just heard like you've been gaslit so much about like when you do trust yourself, or you have these like psychic knowings or intuitions or guidance. People in your life, others have made you feel like that's crazy, that's wrong, gaslight you, manipulate, which is very damaging. So we want to illuminate this trauma. I have like my heart is like going pretty fast too. So this fight, flight, freeze, abandoning self because of the gaslighting, manipulation from others, releasing this trauma, releasing this fear in the heart. The self, the mind, wants to hold on to it because it's safe to be in that. It feels safe, right? To be in that known way of behaving, reacting, because the nervous system is used to being that way. So when we step outside of that and like challenge to grow and change how we respond, the nervous system feels different, and that feels scary. It all feels scary, but it's worse to stay where you're at. So we want to release this trauma in the heart on all levels: mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, and physical. Self-abandonment, not trusting self because of the manipulation from others. From this lifetime, all memories, all quantum moments in time in this lifetime, past lifetime application, parallel lifetime application, corrections, future lifetimes, all spaces in between, on the ancestral line, mother, father. I also get collective influence, this distorted matrix, light matrix beliefs in the collective hooking in around. That's crazy. You have no way to know that that's true. Don't trust yourself, you know, like those stories and beliefs, like these are the facts, this is logical. Sometimes doing the thing of trust is illogical, right? But it's what you are guided to do, and when you take that leap, you'll be caught and fly with that co-creation of spirit. So releasing that distortion in the collective programming that's hooking into the heart, fear programming, frequency devices, fear implants. Nice. A lot's shifting there. Trust. Okay, here with God, trusting God. And it like it's pretty heavy here. So putting too much on like God being a savior is what I'm hearing. God, source, spirit. It's like, again, this was in another one today. It's like I am also God, source, spirit, and is equal. As within, so without, as above, so below. It's equal. So equally wielding your power of trusting yourself and not needing to trust an outside source to validate. God, source, spirit, whoever it is, a relationship, you trust yourself first. You validate yourself first with that inner knowing and getting like that sharp discernment. Sharp as a knife, right? A very sharp knife. Of knowing your inner authority, your power, and knowing that when you command that, the external reflects that in the quantum field. God, source, spirit reflecting externally your power. So releasing any victim programming here with God, source, spirit, which is all part of the collective distorted reality matrix we live into of giving your power away to an outside source. That's part of how we get trapped into this like victim consciousness. Release, forgive, forget. Okay, I just want to check in. If Ellen, are you saying anything? My Venmo connects. Yeah, no, I think we still have a little bit of time, Ellen. Okay, for Ellen, let's just do your heart, trust, heart. So just a lot of emotions in the heart, quantum emotions, release, forgive, forget. Sadness of abandoning self, not trusting self. I'm also seeing, like similar before, the inner child like really like balled up here, and like what I'm getting is a feeling of like I'm not heard, I'm not seen, I'm not understood. And it's like a deep sadness. I just got like a wave of hot heat throughout my whole body. So I want to guide you also through holding your inner child, holding her hands, holding her face, whatever you feel called to do, and telling her it's okay to trust the feelings, because in the heart here, the emotions are the internal guidance system of your highest self, right? If you feel really bad about a person, a connection, a job, that is your internal guidance system communicating to you through your emotions. If you feel really good about a connection, but your mind is overthinking it because you're used to trauma, abuse, fear of connection, but you feel really good about it, it's time to release the control in the mind of like living in fear, anxiety, and to follow where your heart is guiding you. So I want you to tell your inner child that it's safe to trust your emotions. It's safe to trust what's coming up in this now moment in your heart in a moment-to-moment basis. And you are the highest self embodied in this now moment moving forward, leading, guiding, protecting your inner child. The moment something feels off, you acknowledge and honor that by whatever you need to do. It might be just to take space. Am I reacting from a place of trauma, or am I reacting from a place of real, this isn't a good thing? Is this my mind trying to control, or my heart? Let's unhook the mind from controlling the heart. The mind controlling the heart to remain safe in the conscious, subconscious, subterranean, all distortion, release, forget. I just felt a lot shift there. Good job. As much you as it is me. Okay, just get a lot of emotion in the heart that's been like trapped. So seeing this like sewage explosion out of the heart of all these emotions, we're just gonna transmute with the violet flame, release, illuminate with Christ-like consciousness. It's safe to release these emotions. It's safe to feel your emotions, all of them, the good, the bad, the ugly. They just hold information. I'm hearing to say, like, we don't always want to sit with the bad days, right? Like, but it's really important. And you don't have to know why, like, difficult emotions are coming out, but they're coming up to be released. And so just how do you allow yourself to feel it and release it, move through it? So going on a walk, taking a bath, doing exercise, sitting in nature, whatever you feel called to do to help yourself process that and like feel your way through it and release it, you allow shifts to come in easier, quicker, and that lighthearted energy to flow. But it's like that, like I feel that, like, you know, we like try to, if you're gonna block up a sewer, that's not gonna feel good for your toilet. If you're gonna try to hold in a fart, it's not gonna feel good for your system. And it's the same thing with your emotions coming through your heart. Yay, there's a lot shifting there. Okay, Ellen, how are you doing? Oh, what did I do? Feel a release in my solar plexus. Yay, yay, good. Okay, I think we're just at 20 minutes for you, Ellen. Let me just see real quick, Ellen. Let's just clear astral levels 1 through 8, chakras 1 through 8. And then detox protocol. Nice. That feels good. Meridians in alignment, lymphatic system, physical alignment, spinal alignment. Okay. Yay. You feel a lot lighter on my end. A lot of energy in around my heart. Yay. Entities, attachments. Are you asking if you have any? What did I just do? You felt that. That's so cool you felt that. That just is confirmation that this group healing sessions are going to work, because I've had other people feel these healings that are happening here. I'm just clearing things in the quantum. I don't really understand it either, honestly. Okay, let's check your entities. I'll do that real quick. Entity attachments for Ellen in the heart. Okay, I do get a yes on that. Calling forward all soul contract agreements with entities in the heart space. Fear of trust, fear of trusting self. Dissolving soul contract agreements, release, forgive, forget. Cutting the cord, lovingly releasing. All residual distortion in the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, and physical on all levels, especially the heart. Past lifetimes, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, all spaces in between. Ancestral connection to entities on the father and mother line. Command you to leave. You're not welcome here. Transmuting with the violet flame all entity attachments. Illuminating Christ-like consciousness. Okay, entity attachments in the heart. Nice, that feels a lot lighter. How are you feeling? In resonance, I get it fully. The old gray wolf, awesome. Learning new things, cool. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Ellen, I think you are complete. Love you. Thank you for purchasing one. Yay.
I don't know, but it seems that old Grey Wolf Learning New Things may have sent money somewhere. I didn't know if this person wanted to do a...
The old gray wolf, did you want to do a session here?
I don't, because sometimes people just send money to tip, you know?
Some love. Namaste, divine light being. FYI, we are energetically in tune, so all is well, and I am grateful for the safety net. Oh, okay. So good. Amazing. Yay, I'm so happy you feel so good. Thank you for telling me. Okay, the old gray wolf. Learning new things. Did you send money? Because I'm happy to do one for you, and then everyone else I'll probably cut it there. That'll be my last one. Let's see. I can check my Venmo. Okay. Paul. The old gray wolf. And then Ellen, the link is in here. Liz, do you mind sending it again for the payment for the PayPal? You should just click on it and it'll be, I think there's a link to PayPal or Venmo within that link. So I'm happy you took part in a healing. Okay, the old gray wolf, Paul, I'm gonna write down your name. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you. Appreciate you all. Nervous but grateful for everything so far. Been on the shadow journey a while, and you helped already. I am Paul. Okay, that felt like a poem, Paul. Do you have anything you want to work on? Or do you just want me to do like a general clearing for you? Let me know. I'm going to disconnect from Ellen here. Okay, well, Liz, will you let me know if he says something? Okay, I'm gonna just start for you, Paul.
Oh, he said no worries. General works.
General works. Okay, you're in. That's right. You're in. I'm in there too. Courtney and 0. Okay. So for Paul, calling in Paul's high self, Paul's divine team. Thank you for leading, guiding, and showing what needs to be cleared, shifted, released, and brought to neutral. Thank you for surrounding us in a golden white light of protection. Okay, Paul. Astral levels 1 through 8. Your astral levels 1 through 8 feel fantastic. Good job. Just shows me that like you're there's a little something. Sometimes it's like, oh, there's here. So this is God, self, other. So just other people's energies coming in on a psychic level. Yeah. So psychic energies coming in, we want them to go out. It's not too bad though. Like it didn't feel incredibly heavy. It's just a little bit. So again, what I shared for Ellen, or was it Alice Marie? I forget. Having this point in yourself of asking your highest self to show you what your yes is, and then feel that response in your system. Show you what your no is, feel that response in your system. And with psychic energy, you can ask, is this mine? Is this energy that I'm feeling mine? And if it's a no, you can release it. So doing that as a personal practice for you, and it just gets sharper and stronger over time. We want to help you with that right now by making it so the psychic energy comes in and goes out. Okay, chakras 1 through 8. Okay, chakras feel a little bit heavy. Chakra 1. I'm hearing like safety and security. Okay. Is this on a level of God, self, other? I get other. So is it the state of the world, the collective? Yeah, these like frequencies of fear for some reason are affecting your root chakra, which makes sense. We are all sensitive in many different ways to the world around us. This is like absorbing into your root chakra is what I'm getting. So we want to unhook these frequencies of fear from the root chakra, state of the world, programming. Clearing this distortion from the root chakra. Illuminating the Christ-like consciousness, transmuting with the violet flame. Okay, root chakra. A little bit on the level of self, mental, emotional. Okay, emotions about safety, security in the root chakra. Are these from, I just heard past lifetimes where you have experienced traumas in the world and not feeling safe, and that being triggered into this now moment of your safety in the root chakra in this physical world and in your physical self. So this trauma of like death and destruction, war is what I'm seeing from this past lifetime. We want to call forward the soul contract agreements of this lifetime experience. Cut the cords, dissolve those soul contracts, release, transmute with the violet flame. Forgive, forget. Root chakra. Okay, I'm going to take that application of corrections to parallel lifetimes, clearing, releasing, future lifetimes, in between, and traumas on the ancestral line with this death, destruction, war, mother's line, father's line. Root chakra. Okay, it's feeling a lot lighter. Second chakra. Your creative energy, creative life force energy, God, self, other. Is this someone in your life? I get a yes. Mother, father. Okay, a father controlling your creative energy expression, like feeling very stifled. Release, forgive, forget. Calling for the soul contract agreement, dissolve, burn, cut the cords. Releasing the trauma here. CPTSD, trauma in the nervous system. Controlling your creative life force energy expression. I'm hearing stifling that energy. Release, forgive, forget. Transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating all distortion with Christ-like consciousness. Okay, second chakra. Okay, a lot shifting there. I'm feeling the third chakra, solar power, your personal power, embodying your power. And this feels like hooked in with the heart. I got a big drop there, like, yeah, and I feel like a freezing in my system when I was just trying to talk. So like freezing your personal power. It's not quite safe to be there. We want to release, forgive, forget. I'm hearing quantum entanglement on all levels. This lifetime, past lifetimes, parallel, future, releasing the distortion in the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical, on all levels, all spaces in between. Transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating the Christ-like consciousness. Okay, solar plexus. That's feeling a lot lighter. Heart chakra. I just heard fear of love, fear of connection. On a soul level. That deep intimacy, fear. Release, forgive, forget. Is that from this lifetime? Past? I get this lifetime and past lifetimes. We'll clear the past lifetimes first. Abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, trauma, fracturing of the self, the psyche. We're going to call forward this soul contract agreement of this lifetime of abuse and fear of intimacy because of it, like a kind of like a deeply embedded trauma in the soul because of this trauma from this past lifetime. We're going to call forward the soul contract agreements, release, forgive, forget, cut the cords, illuminate with Christ-like consciousness, dissolve with the violet flame, transmute with the violet flame. I'm hearing karmically. You feel like I owe you, you owe me. I'm not sure why it's coming up, but application of these corrections to this current lifetime. Any entity attachments? Get some entity attachments, release, forgive, forget, dissolving the soul contracts, burning, cutting the cords. Yay, heart space, intimacy, a little bit in the heart, like fear of communicating intimacy, communicating your honest truth, fear, release, forgive, forget. Illuminating Christ-like consciousness. Transmuting with the violet flame. I'm seeing your head being cut off in a lifetime. This is past lifetime, parallel, future. I get past parallel of, yeah, being killed for communicating truth. We want to cut the cords to these lifetimes, dissolve the soul contracts. I'm hearing a vow of not speaking your truth because of this trauma, fracturing of self, calling all fractured parts of the self back. Forgive, forget, release, transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating the Christ-like consciousness, the soul wanting to hold this memory because of this like fear of that fracturing. Release, forgive, forget. We want to be the detached observer of these patterns and move through them, not stay debilitated in the stuck energy. Wonderful. Okay. Throat chakra, third eye, crown. A little bit on the crown and your third eye feels great. Any distortion here from curses, hexes, black magic, spells, from the distorted light matrix, fear programming, fear implants, distorting the flow of cosmic energies through you. Forgive, forget, release, remove any and all distortions on all levels in the quantum, all levels of self, God, self, other, illuminating Christ-like consciousness, dissolving with, transmuting with the violet flame. Okay, chakras 1 through 8. Feel a tiny bit in the solar plexus. What is this? God, self, other, self, mental, emotional. I get emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. So emotions in the solar plexus, fear of being in your power, releasing fear, illuminating. Let's tag, clear, delete, release any and all fear in the solar plexus of being in your power in the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical from all moments in time in this lifetime, all moments in time in all parallel lifetimes, past lifetimes, future lifetimes, spaces in between, traumas here on the ancestral line, mother and father. Entity attachments here. Get some entity attachments in the solar plexus of fear of your power. Release. Transmute with the violet flame. Dissolve soul contracts. Burning soul contracts. Command you to leave. Activating sovereignty, power, truth, inner knowing. Okay, I just want to check in with you, Paul. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving through though. Chakras 1 through 8. You're feeling a lot better. Detox protocol. So detox protocol feels heavy, meaning we need help detoxing the body. We want chemicals. Chemicals feel heavy, so chemicals coming in and out of the system easily, effortlessly. Neurotoxins, there's a drop on that. Neurotoxins in, out, easily and effortlessly. Herbicides, insecticides, pesticides. Did I say toxins? I think so. Any poisons, petroleum. Okay, detoxing through the lymphatic system. Like getting the stomach too. Detoxing the stomach lining, all organs. Washing the entire system with the violet flame to transmute any and all toxicity, removing and helping support detoxing. Okay. Hey, detox. Meridians in proper flow and alignment. Okay, and now separate, independent, independent, emptiness, energy. Paul, how are you doing?
He sent a sweet comment.
Oh, yay. I don't even know how long I've been doing that. Do you know?
Let me see here. I would say about 18 minutes.
Okay, perfect. There's a tiny bit of something, and thank you, Paul, for your sweet comment. You broke through the barriers holding me back in gratitude and respect. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. Co-creating this magic. I feel a tiny bit in the solar plexus still. So what is this? God, self, other. It's God. There's like little themes here with everybody today. It's that same thing of like externalizing source outside of yourself, like a little too much. Like this scale is tipped a little too much of like validation from source externally, and that validation needs to come from internal equally, right? I was gonna say first and foremost, but I was stopped. It's like as within, so without. Like this inner respect of your power and the respect on the outer, how it is reflected to you. And like you really do get to wield that power, but from here, it's not like looking externally for validation. So releasing externalization of source, giving too much power externally outside of self, and we want to seed in that power in yourself, that inner knowing, respect, gratitude for self, and the reflection of your power in the here and now, externally and internally equally. Okay. Paul, solar plexus. Yay, that's shifting so much. All we need is awareness of like these distortions, and then they get to like float away. It's really cool. Okay. No worries, tiny something feed creativity. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Amazing. Okay, y'all. Paul, how are you doing? I think we're gonna end there. Let me know how you're feeling. Paul? Okay. Just feel a tiny bit in the heart. I'm gonna ask for divine assistance to help release any and all residual energies here from what we worked on that are wanting to hold on in the mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical, from all moments in time in this lifetime, past lifetimes, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, spaces in between, ancestral influences, collective unconscious influences, transmuting with the violet flame, illuminating Christ-like consciousness. Okay, what's hidden, locked up, buried up, covered up, frozen here? Fear. Okay, it's a fear, but like stemming from control. So we want to like release all levels of control in the self, stemming from fear. Release, forgive, forget on all quantum levels. heart. All levels of self in the heart. Mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. All right, Paul, I feel things like moving, shifting, and sometimes this happens like towards the end of the session. It's just kind of like moving and circulating out. Floating is good. Yeah, things are floating up and out. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for trusting me to do this. Have the best day ever. You too. Okay. Yay. Love you guys. When should we do the next one?
Do it a week.
Yeah.
Let me double check really quick.
Actually, I can't do the weekend though. I will let you guys know on my next video, or I'll make a post when my next one is going to be. You booked the group session. Yay. I'm so excited. Love you too, Joe. Really excited to do that. So I'll see you on Thursday there, and anyone else that feels called. It's in the bio of my most recent video. And yeah, it's going to be powerful. I'm excited and nervous and all the things. But okay, you guys, I'm going to say bye. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, all of you. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.